come back to my channel. Thank you very much for all your likes and your subscription. I deeply appreciate you, and thank you once again. In this video, I'll be making a tutorial on how to draft and sew a narrow fitted palazzo pant. The bottom is not very loose. It's going to fall from the thigh down to the ankle. So if you want to learn how to do this, stick to this channel and watch this video till the end. And also, if you're new here, please, you're welcome. If you like this video, give me a huge thumbs up, and also do not forget to subscribe. Now, the basis for this trouser is our basic pants pattern that I drafted previously. If you've not seen that video, I'm going to leave the link in the description box so that you can go and check it out. So I'll just place all of my markings on my paper, and when we get to where we are going to start opening up the trouser, I'll start explaining that part. Now I've drafted all of my points, all of my measurements on my paper. I have my thigh, my knee, my ankle, my crotch, and also the hip. I've placed all of my measurements, and I've also drawn the green line from the ankle, from the crotch down to the ankle. And I also decided to add my thigh measurement just because I want the opening of the palazzo to start from the thigh down to the knee and to the ankle. And for you to do this, what you need to do is to place 3 inches below your crotch measurement, that is your thigh. So if you want to use your thigh for this measurements as well, you can just go ahead, place 3 inches below your crotch measurement, and that will be for your thigh. So on my thigh line, whatever value you have, you might measure your thigh, and whatever value you have there, you place it on the green line and distribute it evenly across amongst the 2 spaces for the thigh. Then that's what I've just done here. I've distributed that there. So moving down to the ankle and the knee. For my knee, I had 16 inches for my knee, and I added 2 inches to it, which is 19 inches. And that 19 inches, I divided it by 2, and the value I got was 9 inches. So what you do is you place 9 inches on your grain line. 9 inches divided by 2, that will be 4.5. So you place 4.5 on each side of the ankle and each side of the knee. So that's what I've just done here. After that, I'm going to be connecting all of my points together. I will connect from my thigh to the knee and down to the ankle with a straight line. So I don't want my palazzo, like I said, this is a narrow palazzo pants. I don't want it to be too open. I just want the openness of the trouser to fall from my thigh down to the ankle on same proportion. So that's what I've just done. I will connect all of my points together, and we have drafted the front. Next up is to go ahead and add my seam allowances to it. Also notice on this pattern that I did not use a dart for it. Yes, I didn't want to include a dart to my trouser because the fabric that I'm making use of is kind of stretchy, and there won't be any need for me to add a dart to this pattern. So I went ahead to just draw my pattern without the dart. And also, if you notice on this pattern, I didn't include a zipper fly to it. That's because I don't need a zipper fly. I'll be adding the zipper at the side of the trouser. So any side of the trouser you choose, you can go ahead and add your zipper to it. So after that, our front panel is ready. We'll go ahead, cut this out, and then use it to trace off the back. So I placed my front on a pattern paper, and I traced it out, and I went ahead to do the back pattern. So you know how you do the back pattern of a trouser now. You extend the crotch depth by 2 inches, and then you bring it down by ½ an inch. And for the top, you extend it by 2 inches and then connect it to the waistline. That's just it. For the ankle, I added 2 inches for the seam allowance of the ankle, and then I'll just go ahead and add an extra ½ an inch seam allowance at the crotch depth and also at the waistline, just so that we have something to work with when we join the front and the back. So basically that will be it for this pattern. So I'll just go ahead and add the seam allowance, like I said, for the crotch depth of the back, and we are going to be cutting out this pattern. So after cutting out this pattern, I'm going to just place my annotations on it. I have the front and the back, and I also indicate that I'll be cutting 2 of each of those pieces. So we've cut the front and the back. Now we're going to place our pattern on the fabric that I'll be making use of, and we'll cut out the pattern on the fabric. So first I'm going to cut out the front before cutting out the back. Also, it's worthy of note to know that this pattern is a high-waisted trouser. It's a high-waisted palazzo trouser. Sorry, I omitted that from the beginning, so I won't need to be cutting out the waistband from the main trouser itself. I'll be cutting out the waistband on my fabric. So this pattern is a high-waisted trouser, and I'll be cutting out the waistband on my fabric. So we need to cut out any inch from the pattern. And also I'll be making use of 1.5 inch for my waistband. You can go 2 inches, but I'll be making use of 1 inch for this pattern. So I'll go ahead and cut out all of my pieces together. And also it's worthy of note to know that you can go ahead and add your pockets to this pattern. If you want to add a pocket, an inseam pocket or a side pocket to your pattern, you can also do that. But for this, I just wanted it to be just plain and simple. After cutting out my front and back piece, I also went ahead to cut out the band, which is 1.5 inches or 2 inches depending on what you want. I ironed an interfacing on it, and I have an 8-inch zipper for one of the sides of my trouser, and I also went ahead to cut out pocket just in case I decide to put a pocket on the trouser. So I'm going to place my front side of the trouser together, and what I'll do, I'll place 2 of them right sides facing each other, pin it at the crotch line, and stitch up that side. So you can see those places I placed the pin on. I'm going to just go ahead and stitch up the side. This is for the front panel. I'll do the same thing for the back panel of my palazzo trouser as well. Okay, now I've joined the front panel of my palazzo trouser at the crotch line, and this is what it is. I will also do the same thing for the back, right sides facing each other of 2 of the piece of my trouser for the back, and I'm going to join them at the crotch line as well. So after joining, I'll place my fabric, that is my trouser, the front panel, on the table, and I'll place the right side facing me upward, and I'll take the back pattern of my trouser and place it on the right side of the front pattern and join the 2 of them together. So I'll place the right sides of the front and the right side of the back together, and I'm going to just use my pin to hold them down. And also we're going to be joining the inseam as well. So when you're joining your inseam, make sure that you match the 2 center together so that the lines correspond and they look straight up from the crotch up to the waist. So for the side of the trouser, you're going to be leaving 6 inches from the waist down to where 6 inch is. So from that 6 inch, you're going to sew down to your ankle. So the 6-inch space that we are going to be leaving is for where you're going to be attaching your zipper. Note that we are going to be attaching the zipper at the side of the trouser. So moving on to attaching the zipper and the band. First, I'm going to attach the band first before attaching the zipper to this trouser, just because I want my zipper to run from the band downward. So I've ironed an interfacing on my band. Also, I added a pocket to my trouser. If you want to learn how to add an inseam pocket to your skirt and your trouser, do let me know. I could do a separate video on that. So next, I'm going to just go ahead and pin down my waistband on the front side of my trouser. Now I ironed an interfacing on my band, and I folded 1/2 inch on both sides. Now when I cut out my band, I cut it on fold. Okay, so after cutting on fold, I ironed an interfacing on it, and definitely it's going to have a crease line. So that crease line is where we are going to be placing the edge of our zipper, just so that we can sew from that edge down to where the end of the zipper is. So now I'm just pinning down my band all around my trouser at the right side, because I want to attach this band this way, so that when I flip it over to the wrong side, I will do a stitch in the ditch. So now I've attached my band on my trouser. Next thing we are going to do is to attach the zipper. So in order to attach the zipper, what you need to do is to place the zipper teeth on the crease line of the band. Remember that the band was cut on fold, and I ironed it to give. So when you iron on your band, you're going to have a center line On that center line, you place the head of your teeth, the teeth of your zipper on that line, pin it down. Make sure that you place it exactly at the same seam allowance you took on your pattern. Please ensure that the beginning of your zipper is on the folded edge of the band. Do not place it on the open edge of the band. On the folded edge, that's where you're placing your zipper head on, and you're going to pin it down up to until where the zipper is going to stop at the side of the trouser. So basically that's what I'm doing here. I placed the head of my zipper on that center line of my band. You can see that the band is not yet fully attached, so I placed the zipper at the center line, and I pin it all the way down to where the zipper will stop, and I will take it to my sewing machine and sew. So when you are done sewing, you flip the band over to the other side of the fabric, and you're going to go and sew all the way down to conceal the side of the zipper the way I just folded it now. So I'm just going to run the stitch on my sewing machine, and then we'll come back. So after that, I have run that stitch, and I also went and flipped my band over to the other side of the zipper and also run a stitch. So you can see as I folded my zipper inside out, you can see how the inside is looking. The zipper is concealed inside. Now you can now go ahead and sew the remaining part of your band. So I've done one side of the zipper. I'll go ahead and do the other side as well. You can see you have that sharp edge at the side of your band, at one side of the band already. So after this, I will do the same thing for the other side. So we are done attaching the zipper and the band together. So I'm going to just run the zip open and close so that you see what I was talking about. You can see that the zipper goes all the way up to my band. So this is what it is. I've attached it and it's looking very nice and clean. Next up, we're going to sew up the ankle. Remember, we took 2 inches for the seam allowance of the ankle, so I'm going to fold over 2 inches for the ankle. Now, if you've watched this video to this point, please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and also recommend this video to your friend, and also my channel as well. Recommend my channel to your friend. Watch this video till the end, and also stick with me on this channel. I have a lot more videos to show you. So I'll go and sew my my ankle all around to conceal the edges, and after that I'll show you what the outcome of the trouser looks like. So guys, we're done sewing our high-waisted palazzo trouser. This is the inside, looking very clean and beautiful. I have done the ankle. I folded it by 2 inches, and I also gave it a good ironing. Make sure that you always iron your garment in each process of your sewing. Make sure you iron your garment. That way it gives it a very clean and professional look when you're done making your garment. So this is it. I have the inside looking clean and the outside looking clean as well. The zipper is attached to the band, so when you wear it, you just zip all the way from the bottom of the zipper down to up onto where the zip stops on your waist. Everything is looking very fine and beautiful. So this is what the palazzo trouser turned out to be. This is a high waist trouser. You can rock this with a crop top and it will really look beautiful. The zip is looking nice and it's sitting comfortably. So guys, this is the end of this video. If you like this video, give me a huge thumbs up, and please subscribe. Please, it's not it's good enough that you watch my videos. I like that, but please also support me by subscribing to my channel. All right guys, until I see you next in my next video, take care of yourself. Do have a lovely day wherever you are, and always like I say, remain positive, and God bless you all. Bye.